playing with none of them. And so literally, now what the fuck? So I couldn't come on your shit, but you gonna come on mine. Y'all some amazing people. You need to get these views. All right, no, y'all done. Goodbye. I'll talk to this guy. So you literally didn't have the balls to bring me onto your platform, but you want to come on here. It's a bigger audience. I get it. So when you be in Harvey? When will you be in Harvey?
What does it matter? You should be ready.
Because I want to make sure I'm there. I travel at will. Like right now, I'm not there, and I want to make sure I'm there.
You'll be there.
What day you coming?
You'll be there.
You don't got to sneak it.
You'll be there.
But if I'm scared, then you can tell me and tell us when you're coming. Oh, you got to raise the money for it.
I got to raise the money for it. So can you donate to that fund?
How much is it?
It'll be about $3,000. So can you go ahead and donate to the fund?
It's gonna cost you $3,000 to come to Harvey.
Sure is $3,000. I'm gonna stay there for a week.
And all over this country, it ain't never charged me $3,000 to get to no city.
It's gonna be $3,000. Are you gonna donate to the fund or not?
I will buy you a plane ticket. As a matter of fact, where you at?
You don't have to buy my plane ticket. You can donate to the fund. I'll make sure that the travel arrangements are taken care of.
Mr. Minion, you have asserted that I'm afraid of you. And
I haven't asserted that you're doing nothing. I asserted, and just so you know, sir, because one thing I don't have to ever do
Mr.
is lie about what I wear.
About this isn't I want to do the label thing, okay? I'm not a label.
It's not Sheen.
I'm telling you that whatever it is ugly.
It's
but
not
I
Sheen.
What day you coming?
Just to let you know.
What day? What day do you want to come?
You can donate to the fund, and I'll handle the flight arrangements. I got all that taken care of.
How do you assert that raising funds is a problem when you're doing it for yourself? And I've never done that.
I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it because the people want me out there, and I want to talk to the police department, and I want to talk to the businesses that are affected. I want to do a documentary style video. So I'm not coming out there. What am I going to come? I live in Houston, Texas. What would I come to Harvey, Illinois for?
You just told them you was going to be boots on the ground and you're going to show and expose what's happening. And so if I'm
exactly, just like how you went to DC and under the guise of exposing, but you really didn't expose anything except what everybody already knew.
What was I exposing?
I don't know. That's what you said. You wanted to go and see it for yourself so you can give your update.
So what was the exposing?
There was no update. The update was old information that we all already knew.
So I said I was going to DC to experience it for myself.
To experience what? If you were going to experience it, why didn't you go when the guards were first out there?
Did you see how that works? I said,
why wouldn't you go when they were first out there, though?
Because when they were first out there, it was not being mentioned that they was coming to Chicago, sir. And that's none of your business. But guess what? I paid for that on my own dime. Nobody donated for that.
And furthermore, you thought that your 2 days that you spent in DC doing absolutely nothing but probably chasing DC dick.
Okay.
Outside of that, guess what? Like I said, the person that I communicate with is actually there right now because they reside there. They live there. So you couldn't possibly provide any more perspective or insight to anybody than the people that actually live there. So what is your purpose? What is your purpose? If you wanted to know what was going to happen in DC, you could look at the news and see exactly what to expect when they got in Chicago.
Did you think you just made? So I didn't need to go there because you know somebody that lives there and they was going to tell everybody about what it's like.
No, you could just talk to a resident. You can talk to someone who lives there.
What the hell you think you're going there to do? What do you think I was there to do?
Why do you have to go to DC to talk to a resident?
Why is that your business? I can go on my own time if I wanted to spend
and I can scrutinize the trip all I want. It's my platform. But if I want to scrutinize the trip, I can. It's my platform. I can do whatever I want on my platform.
That shirt. And that shirt is ugly as fuck. I hope you have a receipt. But guess what? I'm so busy with my real life that I don't spend time, and I damn sure ain't gonna spend 7 hours showing how ugly the fucking design is. Why don't you have any business, sir? You said you were going to help Harvey. Now you ain't done a damn thing to help them, and you ain't shown nothing that we don't already. Why do you need to go talk to the business owners and stuff and just not
I've
talk?
apparently shown a lot of information that you don't have access to
You
because
just,
you haven't shown it.
why do you need to go to Harvard when you could just get it from the residents that's already there? Same question.
Because they want me there.
Who?
The residents.
Okay, so the lady who you're trying to actually discredit, she
What
wants me
lady?
she wants me there. The lady who literally
What lady? What is her name? What is her address?
Who
Who is
you
she?
don't need to
How does
know
she
that.
look?
Don't ain't y'all that
Who is
doing
this
y'all,
lady?
isn't y'all group doing work there? Huh? Don't you communicate with Ryan?
But the lady called you. The lady called
say
you and
why
gave
she
you
ain't
all the
called them.
information
Why
to
she
the
ain't called
point where
them?
you threatened to even expose her if she decides that she don't want to go through with it because she hasn't decided that she wants to come public. You threatened that. Guess what? You said I'ma still expose her. When I come on there, I'm
Let
still
me
going to
say
expose
this
her.
to you so you can get it.
So
Because
why don't you just
I've
tell
come
us
to
her name,
I've come
give
to
us
the
her
conclusion.
address,
I've come to
let
the
us see if we can help
conclusion.
her.
I've come to the conclusion that you literally just don't have common sense. So let me
Give
help
us
you out.
her
Let
name.
me help you out.
We can
Let me
try
help
to see
you
if
out.
we can
Because you're
help
not gonna
her.
overtalk me. So let me help you out. You get that? I tried to come on your platform. And you didn't let me. So now let me say this to you. That stuff that you're talking about, you don't have context. So you literally, me having this conversation is so low for me because get this, the woman called and she's asking for help. I get 50 of them a day. So if I decided that
But
I'm
the
not going to
woman
do,
that you have
if
no
I
information
decided
about
I'm
is the one that
going,
you decide to go
you're not
public with.
going to cut.
That's who you decide to go
You
public
understand
with.
that? You're not gonna cut me off. I literally just went public with a businessman literally a week or so ago. That was his stuff. That his stuff was being illegally held on the damn tow yard. I've done it systematically. You do not know what people are going through or background information or what I got to choose to give information at a certain
All I'm
time. And
saying is,
what
can
you
you
are
release
doing,
the
what you're
information
doing
so
is
we can
despicable
know?
and disgusting. And you sit up
I'm
there
saying
talking
if you
about that
release the
you want that to
information, we
be, you
can
talking about
know.
you want that to be your legacy, and your platform is not supposed to be about some kind of messy shit. And that's all you're producing. Because literally, there's
But
a
you
million
had
things
my
going
name in
on.
your mouth in every live that you've done.
You said what?
You've had my name in your mouth,
Man, this
including
the
your friend
first
cooking,
time.
cooking with Stank,
This is the
who
first time that I have explicitly said your name. And let's be clear here.
okay.
After you done 50 fucking lives, if I decide to say one thing at one time, then it don't even match. You don't
What I come with is
you're not
facts.
important to me.
What I come with is facts and actual evidence. All you come with is a whole bunch of words, word salad, a whole
How much
bunch
money
of.
does Hassan owe the city of Harvey?
Why don't you release the facts so we can know? Release the
You did the
evidence.
research. How much
Release the
money does
black and
Hassan
white
owe Harvey?
evidence. Release the
How
facts,
much has
and we
Hassan?
can
How
know.
much money has Hassan
Show
cost
us.
the city
Why
in
don't you
legal
show
fees,
us how
Mr.
much he
Minion?
owes us since you
How
have
much
a
money has
direct
Hassan cost
relationship?
the city in legal
Since
fees?
you have this direct relationship with Christopher Clark,
Didn't
that the
Chappelle mess
news
it
can't
up
even
during
get in
public?
contact with him, and
Didn't
you can get
Chappelle
interviews
get up
with
in
him.
public
Why
comment
don't you
and
get the
acknowledge
information
that
and
the man
show the
owes the
people the
city
information?
$6
Show
million?
show it, prove it,
Huh?
show us, prove it, prove it.
Did Chappelle just do that? Yes or no?
Did she just do what?
Did she just get up there and come and comment that Hassan owes the city $6 million?
I don't know what Chappelle did. I'm not Chappelle. I'm saying Jedidiah Brown with this world class investigative team that can uncover all this information, show the information, prove it,
You so
and we don't
busy.
have to even dispute it. I don't have
So
to go by
busy.
Chappelle's
You
word. I
are
don't have to
so
go by
busy
your word.
trying
I
to
can
get
go by
into
what you
our
can show
business.
in black
You
and
don't
white.
even know what the fuck you talking about because you don't even know what my investigative team is working on. And so every time you say that, you look dumb because my investigative team might not even
Do
be
you think
working on
I
what you're
care
talking
about
about.
how I look to you or any of these people on this damn
You ain't,
platform? Do you think I give a fuck about how
and
I
I
look
do you
to
think I give
you?
a fuck? All I cared about is what
Obviously,
you
you
said you coming to
do.
Harvey. What day?
Obviously, you care about
I just
what
want
I
to know
think
what day
about
you
you.
coming because I want to welcome you the Chicago way. That's it. What
Okay,
day?
put some money in a donation.
I said I will buy
Put
your
the money
fucking
in a
flight on this
donation,
live, my boy. Out
and
of my pocket.
I will
I will
handle
buy.
the travel arrangements,
I
and
will
you
buy
will
right now.
definitely know when I'm
Do it
there.
right
I
now on this
promise
live. I
you,
will
it
buy that
will not be
motherfucker
a
right now
secret.
in real time. We can
It
get it
will
right now.
not be a secret. I promise you.
Did
Put
you
some
hear me?
money, donate to the fund. Go to the website, millionwithopinion.com.
Why would you?
Donate to the fund.
I said I
I
was.
will handle the travel arrangements, and I promise you,
Oh, I know the fuck you
you
lying.
will be
What's no ball head
notified.
ass going on my screen?
Minion, this is your assistant. We're just here. We're just talking about it. But of course, yes, we know that you're
I
gonna be.
thought it was Lady Luck Club. No, you don't get to disrespect me and threaten me. He don't need an assistant. He's only on his own. So you literally have made me the affection of your conversation. I must really be good for content. But I do want to
And
understand
I
what is
thank
your
you for that because I didn't know how much content you really could produce. And that's what I'm saying. Maybe you missed your calling. Maybe activism isn't your calling. Maybe just
well.
being a content
Once I
creator
once I get done
is.
with this race, you're
I
gonna have
would definitely
more
watch
attention. Trust me.
your reality TV show. Trust me, I would. But I don't think that activism is what you really want to do.
I don't. You know what I do? You know what I'm doing? I'm showing up when people call. You should try it. It'll fuck your head up. When you start
This
seeing
is my first
you
year
should
even reporting on
try it.
anything.
It'll fuck your life up. Don't report on it. Actually do it. When somebody needs some help and some dumb motherfucker who wouldn't even dare step up to do nothing for him got something to say, try it on the other side. Because I'm going to tell you something. While you sitting up there being an idiot in real life and in real time, people fucking suffering, especially in the city. You call yourself trying to help.
So why are you saying I'm not really trying to help now?
I would love to know how you have help.
Or like I said, I'm a content. I mean, I've become okay with being called a content creator. I'm not necessarily a content creator because that's not what I do full time, but I do content
How
creation.
have you helped?
People obviously watched my stuff. People in Dalton know me. To some point, I got to a point where knew who I was as being somebody who never had a following, who don't have 20 years of activism under my belt, because I don't have that. I've never been an activist, so I think what I've done is enough for my resume,
What did you do?
and I don't mind doing more. And
What
that's the
did
reason
you do?
why I don't mind going out to
What did
Harvey
you
and
do?
seeing what I
I'm
can
just asking you,
accomplish
what have you
if I'm
done?
boots on the ground.
What have you done? Can you tell me how you've helped?
How I've helped what?
Harvey.
Dalton?
Harvey.
Harvey, have you not seen all the information I've released about the person that you're endorsing, Christopher Clark? How he is a woman abuser. He has a horrible criminal record. All this stuff that you can do research on, basic research on and find. He was sued by the city, the park district, before he became the mayor. But you haven't reported on any of that stuff.
You said that he was a woman beater, and that he did.
There's a police report alleging that he put a gun to a woman's head and said he was going to kill her. Okay, he is literally been sued by the same city, Harvey, the park district, because of his accusing him of malpractice and breach of contract. So this man is no angel. No angel at all. He is part of the reason why Harvey doesn't have a lot of funds, because he was in on this thing where they set out on the meetings, like 17 meetings, and they weren't able to pass, grants and all types of stuff. So there's a lot of stuff that you being out there, you should have knowledge of, and you should be reporting on when it comes to Christopher Clark that you're not doing for some reason or another. I don't know what the reason is.
So now, can I answer my own question for you?
What's up?
I have heightened awareness to the fact that the comptroller is taking 30% of their grants. And it has led to several meetings that are taking place behind the scenes by which we're trying to get the comptroller to understand the illegal nature of it so that the city doesn't have
But
to.
it's not illegal.
It is absolutely illegal.
If it was illegal, they wouldn't be doing it. And the reason why it's not illegal is because they've made several attempts to try to collect money and try to even set up payment arrangements with Christopher Clark. He is the one who, knowing that this was a possibility, knowing that this could have possibly happened, he did not take any action. And now they're doing what they need to do to get their money.
So
So it's really Christopher
did you hear,
Clark's fault.
did you
The
hear
reason why the comptroller is
did you
garnishing their
did you hear them talk about how the debt of the city has gone from 167 million to 140 something now?
Leave it to Clark because he was just on your show. He did a live show with you, and in that same live broadcast, he didn't say 140. He said 160.
They literally just did it in a city council meeting. Your favorite alderwoman did not object to the information. Did you hear it?
Whoop-de-doo.
What? A broke city reducing their budget, their debt from 167 million to 140 something million without raising property taxes, whoopity doo, or raising taxes, whoopity doo. Really? Okay. So then I just said to you, and I'm going to give you the law. When you get when you get a grant from the federal government, you have to report on the way you spent the money. You are not allowed to do anything outside of what the federal grant is for, not 1 cent. If you do that, you will not be in compliance. So it is illegal for the comptroller, especially a government agency, to take 30% of that budget and leave it in your hands to figure out how you're going to recover that money under the auspice of garnishing wages. Oh, wait a minute. Let me tell you how this stuff happens. Because didn't you learn in Dalton that Tiffany Henyard had never given a report to the comptroller? And when Lori Leifer gave her report, she laid out how the village was not in compliance and what they were doing was illegal. So what did you just tell me about? If it was not
So
illegal, it
what
wouldn't be
you're saying is that the city, once they get the grant, if they're spending it, they can't spend it on anything other than what the grant was allocated to them for, correct?
go to federal prison for that.
Okay. They're not spending the money. They're not even getting the money. They're garnishing it before it's even in their hands. So what's remaining of that money that the government is taking from them, what's remaining, they need to make sure that they are abiding by the guidelines of that grant. But yes, it is lawful for them to go ahead and garnish the money when they owe the government. They don't owe. It's not them owing another lien holder. This is the government that you're talking about.
There are people that are advocating for this in the background and trying to get this problem resolved, and it has been acknowledged that it is illegal. And so it has been.
It is not illegal. This is actually, I can actually send you a link to where they were talking about this in 2018, that this was about to happen to them. This was something that is not, this is something that he knew going into this administration, that if they did not handle, that they would be at risk of.
Was it illegal for Tiffany Henyard, when she was the mayor, to lock out people from the meeting?
Was it illegal for her when she was mayor to lock out people from the meeting?
At the village hall.
At the village hall, that is unconstitutional, yes.
Unconstitutional?
Right. You can't lock people out of their public meeting place. No, you can't do that.
If you was trying to stop them from having a right to assemble, it would be against the Constitution. But it was illegal as it relates to the Open Meetings Act in the state of Illinois. It was not the Constitution of the United States. In the Open Meetings Act, you literally are supposed to post your meeting and make sure you have proper space so that it can actually hold the number of people who need to be there, because it's the people's business.
You're right. Absolutely.
It's not
Okay.
unconstitutional. It's illegal by the state. What I'm trying to get you to understand is I now I hear this differently. Enjoy your content. I am not really worried about you. But what I'm trying to get you to understand, sir, is that you don't even be making sense when I be looking at stuff. You mean to tell me you are okay with a mother and her daughter sitting in the dark because they supposedly ain't paid no rent? Do you know how many times
Well, were you okay when you were kicking that woman out of her house when you were trying to illegally evict them people?
when I
Um,
legally evicted, when I legally entered the domain?
when
Absolutely.
you
Did
kicked
you
in the
hear me?
doors?
Did you hear?
You kicked in the doors?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What
I,
crime was
I
that?
didn't know that was a legal way to
It wasn't
enter a
their home.
property,
They
but
didn't have a lease. They were not permitted to be there.
squatters have rights.
They have rights. Absolutely. Do you know what that right is? What are those rights?
You can't evict them.
That's not their rights. Their rights is that once they have established residency by having something as minimal as a toothbrush or
I
receiving
mean, you
water
can't.
or
You would
pay
have
2
to
weeks.
evict them. You have to go through the
Right
process
now,
of
literally
eviction.
2 weeks to 30
But you
days.
can't illegally evict them
I'm
in
going to
in
answer
the
your
manner
question.
of which you
You
did,
you asked,
Jedidiah.
and I want to answer it for you. So when you literally have someone in a place, they have to establish residency. They can have a toothbrush in a place, or they have to be a resident between 14 to
Are
30
you
days.
squatting at Hassan's
You
property?
see, can I
Are
finish?
you squatting at Hassan's
Can I
property?
finish? Because I mean, the information is amazing. You literally talk shit, so I want to help you out. So when you are a squatter, you do have rights. That means that you can't just be kicked out. You literally got to go through an eviction from the person that owns the property. But guess what, sir? When you're smart and you know how to literally pay attention to the law,
Calm
you know,
down.
hold on. No, no,
Just
no, no. I
calm
talk with
down. Take a
passion.
chill
I
pill.
talk with passion.
Calm
I talk.
down.
Don't tell me how to talk. I talk. So literally, you got to get this. When I walked into that domain, I had just as much rights as they did. When I kicked that door down, they did not have the guarantee of having that door be secured where it was stationed at. And guess what? When I told them to leave, they had every right to say no, to call the police. I didn't touch
Them
nobody.
people
I
didn't
didn't
know their rights, and
excuse
you
me.
and that little kid. What happened with that little kid?
Not ignorance to the law is no excuse. Just
What
because they
happened with the
don't,
kids
they did.
though?
Wait. But did you see on the video when we tried to make sure we were going to get them housing and things that they needed? Did you
Did you do that?
did you
Because you
see where we
showed it.
that
You
part?
didn't broadcast that. Did you do it?
It's on the video. But did you hear
Did
what
you
the man
do
said
it?
when I asked him? He said, "Oh man, we got other places to go. We got our car, and we okay. We'll just go with the sun." And then they said, "This is what
Did
they
you
said.
check back on
This is
them?
what they said that really should have troubled you." He said, "Somebody took money from us and told us that we can be here." And then you heard multiple people say that. So literally, you so busy trying to ride my dick that you don't even realize that I ain't broke no law. That's why I ain't in jail.
Don't play with me. First off, secondly,
I really firmly believe that. I'm not
no,
just talking to talk. I believe that there is a portion of you that want to ride my dick. But at the same time, I think that you so ignorant to what's really going on. You just be doing stuff. But this is the point. You be affecting, and it ain't even just you. This whole scenario be affecting real people's lives. There was a woman afraid, my boy. She afraid to stand up for herself. She's in a fucking compound with her 4-year-old daughter. And you trying to find a way to actually discredit the standard for
she
her.
said
I
she
can't
wants to
do
stay there.
everything. But do you know what the law
She
states?
said
There
she
ain't nothing
wants
that,
to stay there.
excuse me?
She said she wants to stay there.
So let me, oh, Jesus Christ. So what that
Is
mean?
that not what she said?
What that mean? What does that mean?
What do you want to do?
What
She
that mean?
wants to stay there. She wants to stay there. So she's 3 months behind on rent. What do you want people to advocate for? She owed the people. She owed a man for the rest of the damn car that she took and ran into the damn ground and decided not to complete the payment on.
Did you hear that woman say that he is trying to make me pay for things that are not even attributed to me? And that's where our problem comes in at. Because of a
They
debt.
don't even have a lease, so you don't have any way
Oh,
to
you just
verify.
steamrolled over that.
You don't have any way to verify any of that.
That's
You
why
don't
you
know
go
how
and
much
you
she's supposed
see.
to be paying.
Nigga, you go and you see. But guess what? You can't always show up with nothing. So you go with
But then you had the nerve, you had the unmitigated gall to go after Kobe Chapman after saying that she didn't have all the paperwork, but then you're gonna get your ass up on this YouTube platform and try to get money for a cause that you don't know shit about. This woman, you don't know nothing about her lease. You don't know you don't even know if she's a documented, registered person in the United States. Like, you didn't know anything about this woman.
Unfortunately, when things happen in real time, you got to get as much as you can.
So why would you try to go against Kobe Chapman for trying to advocate for her?
I do that because oftentimes those calls are behind.
I wouldn't even fault you for that. I wouldn't even care if you did that. If you didn't go against Kobe Chapman for doing the same thing.
But I have chosen at random times throughout the broadcast of INA to let y'all see some of what happens in the background. So that you couldn't discredit it, I just had her get on there and tell it herself. I literally asked her and we fact check it. Ain't not been one time that I ain't came back and said what's real and what's not, if I found it to be something different. But this is the thing here. You literally gonna make that what you concerned about instead of saying, can we get some people to go check on this? Since you supposedly helped in Harvey,
what is the
and
woman's
she just
name
said
and
where does she say?
And we can see
why not look for people in Harvey to go check it out?
That's what people been asking. They've been saying, well, where is she at? I mean, who is this woman? Because we can check on her. We can go see what's going on if we have the information. But nobody has the information.
She didn't call y'all.
Okay. All right. So now we're going in circles.
She didn't call you. So guess what? I didn't have the information at first, but since she called me and I'm dealing with it, why not offer aid and assist versus?
So why didn't you call somebody on three-way? Say, okay, well, I'm not out there. Can you pick the ball up, or I'm gonna pass you the baton?
Why wouldn't I do that? Huh?
Why wouldn't you do that?
Why wouldn't I do that? What did I do on the live stream? Did you hear me calling all the names to help?
No, I heard you calling all the names to talk about them. No, to roast everybody. That's what you were calling.
I called all them to help. Didn't you hear me do that?
No, you called everybody to roast them, and then at the end you said, "I'm about to be on my way." And then who gonna be there? Who gonna be there?
This is what you don't know.
While giving no information.
This you don't know. Guess how many people have been there since I done dealt with this?
None.
12. 12. Because I couldn't get there because I got some stuff going on. And so I had to have 12 people going. They've been working to verify this and working on other stuff. And guess what, Minion? I reached out to Brent, the lawyer for Son. Can we please do this peacefully? Can you guys just cut her power back on and do this a lawful way? I don't need or want to fight you. I got too many things going on. But you don't know nothing about none of that. So now what you saying? You do so much stuff for content. And I'm gonna bring some cookies. I'm gonna say it to you for the last time. You go ahead and build your content off of this. It will only go so far.
I'm not trying to build my content off of this.
You build.
But what I'm not going to do, listen, Jedidiah, listen.
Literally.
Can you listen? Can you just listen for a second?
Let me tell you how you fucked up. Because literally, our first conversation, when I first saw you, you was on there with that weird ass lady. And then I found out that y'all fell out. It's interesting how everybody's friends again, and I'm great with it. But this.
We didn't fall out. That was the thing. We didn't fall out.
My first conversation with you was me letting you know that I think you're literally seeing things wrong. And then your emotional ass mad because
I'm mad. No, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. The reason why I'm mad is because
wait. Sorry, hold on for a second. Because not see, that's why I don't hold on.
See.
Hold on 1 second. You got to give me 1 second.
Please tell me you're still around.
I'm not there, but I'm on this live stream still. That's why I'm sorry I wasn't answering. But
how do I get on? How can I get on?
You on? They can hear you.
Oh my God! I'm killing you.
You on? They can hear you right now.
Okay, this is my thing, Jed. All of these people got so much to say. Why don't they just give you a date? We'll meet over there. We ain't got to do none of this.
And then this supposed to be an investigative team, and she on some dumbass bullshit.
No,
she's trying to fight. She's trying to fight.
This is what you need to understand.
She would rather engage in
Nah,
fighting
y'all
than
think this
doing
shit is
something
the
for the
internet, bro. Don't
community.
you know that people get killed every day in Chicago for internet
Every
shit?
single day.
We the ones that be stopping
You
it.
don't think we
This shit ain't no
you don't
internet
think
shit.
you don't think we see people get killed every day in
Well, if you
Houston?
did, you
You
wouldn't be
don't think
playing
we see
internet
people
games.
get killed every day in Florida?
This right here.
I'm gonna call you back. We good. I'm gonna
Come on now. People get killed every day for a
y'all
lot
got it
less.
fucked up because y'all
Not even just
going with
internet
one
stuff, a
person
lot less.
and y'all think that people are gonna be cool with this. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Y'all ain't this ain't
There's no fear in
y'all
my heart for
don't
anything
be
that
like
you could
that. I
possibly.
like that.
But
I
what I'm
don't want
saying,
you afraid.
I got you there. I got
I
you. I
don't
got
want
you.
you afraid. I
I
love that I'm
understand
this
that.
small because guess what? That fat fuck said he wasn't afraid. I don't want afraid, but don't bitch and cry fucking victim when we respond. That's it. And don't tell me about what the fuck this is. I'm gonna tell you what it is. This is a
First
family
off,
of people who want to make a difference, and we
first
don't let
off,
people play in our face. I believe in self-defense, and I'm gonna say this so you can play it on my congressional folder. If you mess with this country, if you mess with my state, if you mess with Chicago, you mess with my family, you mess with me, bitch, I will do what I gotta do by any means necessary. Now take that shit to the goddamn banking campaign. Because it ain't no investigative group. We a bunch of people who got together and we not pussy. We show up for real. We don't play with courts and we don't weaponize
and
police.
obviously you can see that we don't
And
have
I
a
just told
problem
you, I'm going to
showing
pay
up
for your
as
ticket
well.
my goddamn self. And I ain't going to go to the gym until you leave. Now,
That's
what's up?
fine. But what I was saying, first off, Jedidiah, like I said, you need to calm down
You
because
call me all kind of names.
you're
Call
gonna
me that
blow an
shit right
artery.
now. And I'm telling you, when I had my first conversation with you, I was so fucking respectful. You don't even understand. You wouldn't even have to raise shit because we would have made sure that you would have been able to get there. That's my heart that I got. But y'all want to do this stupid ass competitive jealousy ass shit. And you a black man and
Yeah,
you
do you
literally
think
call
I'm really
yourself trying
jealous
to
of
help a
you?
goddamn community and you can't articulate one thing you've done besides create content and got fucking paid.
Jed, listen, I never went against you. You went against yourself when you started going against the residents. And you thought that that was going to be okay. When you have a platform and they don't have the platform that you have to defend themselves, I'm not going to sit by and let you bully and keep belittling people who are just trying to do the same thing that you are doing, which is advocate for their community. That's all these people are trying to do.
Make it make sense to me because guess what you ain't seen? You ain't seen nobody different than the same band of idiots. And all of them are not
But
residents.
even if they are,
Me. So let me help you out. When I got to the ground and I talked to the residents, Clark got more people who actually like him that don't. And
do
guess
you
what? You want to know where that could be resemble that? It's not. It's only one motherfucker that's going against everything, but all them other aldermen, you know what they do? They represent wards, and every single one of them wards got residents. And
what
guess what?
have they done
They
in
vote
those wards
favorably. So
though?
what do
What
you
have
mean?
they
I'm
done?
going against the residents. And look at this. I don't even spend my time into who good and who not. I'm talking about what's ailing the city, sir. And what's ailing the city is bigger than them because they can't do shit about it
So
themselves.
why are you cyberbullying them? Why do you keep trying to make content to go against them when there's so many other things that you could be talking about?
Mr. Minion.
And so for me, because I do have my own platform and I can say what I want to say and I'm never scared of anybody. You
Good.
know, I don't care if you can call your entire family. It's not going to do anything for me, but what I'm saying is if I see anybody trying to bully the underdog, just like I mean, I didn't know who you was. I didn't know what kind of impact you had, but I kind of looked at you as an underdog when you came. I mean, of the voice of the underdog when you came to Dalton, which is the reason why, like I said, even though you did a lot of stuff I didn't agree with, I was like, you know what, it's okay because he's kind of the voice of the people, so we're gonna give him a pass. But when you start to go against the people and now you're like on the side of the administration, it's like, nah, I can't
How
I
do you
can't endorse that. I can't get with
how
that.
do you feel
I'm not
knowing
gonna
that
do that.
how do you feel knowing that the lady never lived in that house?
About what you talking about, the Kobe situation?
How do you feel knowing that the lady never lived in that house and didn't even know that it was on her plot of land, never paid a bill for it, and had no real claim to it? How do you feel about
I'm indifferent, to be honest.
that? Okay. How do
I feel like the reason why I'm indifferent is because I feel like Kobe did her job.
you
She's
which
supposed to represent the constituents and she's supposed to voice their concerns, and that's what she did.
what did she do?
Voice their concerns
What was the concern?
that her house was being taken. But is it true that it was sold for
Oh,
$2,000? Hold on. Is it
sir,
true that their house was
sir,
sold for
sir, sir,
$2,000?
hold on. Her to voice her concern that it was her house was being taken, and I just said out of my mouth, and you can prove it since you got research. It was not her house. So what did she do?
Voice the concern of her constituents.
So I'm gonna tell you what she did. She
Just
did.
like, what did you do for Fania? What has Fania gotten for what you've done for her?
We got her a full Christmas for her son. We
I'm
basically helped
talking
pay
about
meals.
sustainable
I got the
justice.
case reopened. I don't have prosecutorial authority. We got the facts that was not basically out. We were able to release the recordings. We organized protests and marched for her. We definitely
But
took
none
these
of that
things.
stuff stood
Excuse
up in
me,
court.
you asked me a question. I'm answering it. We basically are working to get her viable employment. We also have stood with her as a moral support and help in some of the most difficult times. Actually, years after an incident. Wait a minute. Wait. I think this is a big one. Do you know that we have still been involved? I'm not going to tell you what capacity in helping to fight to make sure this is resolved. And at the end of the day, we got two people that have come forward that wasn't, and we're still working on it in the background. And guess what? Everywhere Andrew Home goes, people point out who he is and what he's done. He ain't even on the screen anymore. We did that. He ain't even working for the same job
I'm
anymore.
gonna
We did
bring.
that.
I
So you said,
told you.
what did I do for her? Let me tell you something.
I'm
Everything I
gonna
could
bring you.
possibly
What's your
fucking do within my power and my spirit,
Chips Ahoy,
what I could possibly
Nabisco,
do.
or
What
Oreo?
No, don't sting
Which
Rome.
kind you want?
So what did you want me to do? You wanted me to go and
Chips Ahoy, Oreo,
you wanted me to, now,
or
absolutely. Because now that I got a response, you can't say shit about it.
no?
Except
Because it does is nothing equate. I mean, I get it. I get it. I understand. You've done
nothing
stuff
equates
for
to
her
what?
to get injustice, which is what I'm pretty sure you were looking for, right? When you took this case on, you
So what did
wanted
you think I
her
was
to
supposed to
get
do? Was I supposed to
justice,
arrest him?
right?
I was supposed to take him into custody?
Well, I would imagine that if you're going to criticize and scrutinize everything that Kobe Chapman was doing, that you and your world class investigative team would have did your due diligence to make sure that her case would have stood up in court before you decided to take on the case, anyways. Because there was nothing. So the recording that you submitted or that you allowed us to listen to, was there a video attached to that recording? Because how do we know who that woman is?
What
How do
woman?
we know if that's even a woman
What woman?
that Andrew Holmes is alleged to have been showing this Officer Miles person? How do we know any of that to be anything associated with Fania Dukes? In addition to the fact that we listened to the interview that she did with Regina Waldrop, where she said that basically she just got drunk and thought she could get drunk with her uncle.
It's,
So you don't know what could have happened.
it's people
So
like you.
what I'm saying is,
People like you without any context that be the most damaging to people. And that's how victim shaming is a thing. Because if you know anything about rape and the components of rape, and again, I'm not a judge, jury, prosecutor, law enforcer, or anything like that. So how the fuck can I make sure that the case is strong enough? I'm not the person on it. I can give what I give, and then they decide what they will or will not go with. But there could be factors that you do not know, or things or elements that you may not be able to comprehend. But I'm gonna tell you something. Even the dumbest of criminal justice experts will be able to tell you how hard it is to actually deal with a sexual assault allegation when a person was unconscious.
well, when she did get light of the potential incident that happened to her, why did she go get an STD test instead of a rape kit.
You sitting up there again. Your question was, "What have I done?" And I'm gonna tell you, I've done far more than
Well, what I'm saying is,
and what
you are
you.
scrutinizing Kobe Chapman
That ain't got
over
shit to do with Kobe Chapman. How the fuck are you comparing an alleged rape, to a fucking politician looking for a seat?
because you exactly that's what I'm saying. I would imagine that the burden would be heavier for you to actually go on a platform and start garnering donations to take on a cause that you don't have sufficient proof to hold up in court for. That's what I'm saying.
You are
Kobe Chapman isn't going out. She isn't asking her YouTube followers to donate to her platform so that she can advocate for her constituents.
She
She's
asking for
doing,
people to come into her community and to express her outrage.
but she's not asking for money. None of these people
She
have
asking for
paid
people
Kobe
to come
Chapman
into her community
to be the voice.
express her outrage.
None of those people have paid for Kobe Chapman to come up there and speak on their behalf. None of those people have paid Kobe Chapman. She's barely getting the paycheck she's deserved from Harvey.
Getting $40,000 a year and ain't put up one piece of legislative material since she been an alderwoman. She ain't putting out one bill on the goddamn table with all the problems in Harvey. I could think of 5 off the top of my head.
Well, maybe it's because she's too busy trying to fight for her damn freedom, because she constantly getting arrested when she should be out in the public helping the constituents like she was doing.
So I ask you again, now knowing that the woman had no claim to the house, do you think that it was a righteous fight?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because let me tell you this. The proof that she did have was compelling enough for me to believe that I still don't know. I can't say concretely whether or not this was her property or not. The proof, the evidence that she showed to verify that was her property was compelling enough for me. And I don't know nothing. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know, but it was compelling enough for me to say, okay, well, it looked like she basically owned the property. So if you show that to Kobe, if that's what Kobe was looking at, I mean, Kobe isn't a real estate agent. She don't know.
You own the property by having a deed. You do not own the property simply because it is a pin on a lot. Because in this case, it appears that there was 2 different owners on one lot. Now, I'm not a real estate expert, but when I sat down and I asked Miss Chapman about this situation, I said to her, "You're telling people that the mayor sold someone's home for $2,500 as if this woman is under the strain of becoming homeless, and this lady literally is in her house. She was never, ever in that house, didn't even know anything about this.
But I
And
mean,
her daughter came and testified that the only reason they found out about it was because a realtor came to them and said that he could get them to own it. And then I explained eloquently, since I don't put out no facts, that the mayor and the city were contacted by Freddie Mac, who didn't want the house. So they told the city, we don't want it. So then the city said, okay, well, they said, we don't want to pay the water bill. Well, the city said, we're going to cut the water off. So the lady was on the lot. This has the same water main. So guess what? They said, well, we got to cut the water off. But they told her, well, we don't have what we need to. The lady said, well, we don't have no money.
That sounds like an issue right there, too.
We don't. This is what the lady said. We don't have the money to separate the water main. So what, you want them to leave the water on for free? Because that's what people want. They want favors. They said, well, no. So let me tell you what the mayor of Harvey did. He donated.
You getting loud don't make you right. Go ahead.
No. I love this, because let me tell you what I found out and asked Kobe. The mayor and the city literally took care of the issue for the lady. They paid for it. The city's already strapped for money, but they went on here to pay for it just to be something.
Because obviously there was an error for them. How would the water be connected? How would the water be
something to
connected for
help
two
them.
different residences
Wait a minute.
on one meter? How is that
It's
even?
too much good facts, ain't it? Because this
That's
one,
an error.
you want me to fight this man. So when I go find it out, and I'm looking like, oh well, damn. So the city paid to get the water mains broke. So now she got her own water main. She ain't got to worry about this issue. But now
They were supposed to. She shouldn't have had to pay anyway. She should have had her own water main to begin with. And it should be a lawsuit against the damn city for not doing it and having her water cut off. You mean to tell me I've been owning this property for however long, and y'all, because y'all can't get a owner for this property, my water got to get cut off?
That's how it goes, man.
It don't go like that for me. I'm suing. I'm suing.
Probably did, sir.
I'm suing, and that's why they paid to make sure she didn't sue.
Sir, somebody probably owned that house, and somehow
that ain't my problem. I don't give a fuck who owned that house.
Their land, or
y'all not about to cut my water off because y'all can't find an owner for that property. You got me fucked up, and then you gonna expect me to pay the fucking water bill for this property that I ain't never lived at, that I don't own? What the fuck? You got me fucked up. I'm suing. Period. And that's the reason why Harvey decided to do the right thing and pay for that shit to get separated like they should have did at the beginning if it was allegedly two different owners for that same property on one lot. Okay, so
if they're telling them that they cannot afford to do
the math ain't mathing. So either way, so to me, in this case,
they don't have the money for the water main, and they don't have the money for the house. What the fuck was they supposed to do?
Also, selling it for $2,000 was the right move.
The city is not in the real estate.
Who bought the property? Who bought the property?
Okay, hold on, Minion, because guess what? I want to finish what I was saying. So let's just get over the semantics. Me nor you can adjudicate that. They got to go through that legal process. Okay. So the city went ahead and did that for them.
Okay, so I still agree. Okay, Kobe was in the right.
Hold on. So the city, they gotta, we can't adjudicate that.
Kobe,
so the city paid this on taxpayer money for this lady, and guess what? And then now the house is the two separate. She could have bought the house, but they couldn't afford it. So you know what the city said? Well, we don't want it on the portfolio. They'd rather have it on the tax roll. They're trying to reduce the deficit that they inherited. So guess what they did? They got somebody that wanted it, and they sold the house. So look at this. Now here is the problem.
$2,000.
Excuse me. It don't matter if it was for $1. Do you not know how many scavenger sales there were in Cook County when they do it and what they sell about the house for? You can buy a motherfucking house. You can buy a house for $1. Ain't that amazing?
That's shady. That's not amazing. That's shady. That's corruption.
And so, in other words, did you know that they literally could enter into a redevelopment agreement by which the city say, well, look, we'll give you this for cheap. You get this property for this amount of time because you get to redeveloping it so that we can actually put something viable here. That's options that the city has. So then let me take.
So they rather get a renter instead of a homeowner.
Minion, please don't stop me. I want to get it out. So then basically, Jedidiah, went to Kobe, and I'm like, well, I'm confused because why aren't you telling the community the scenario that this really is? We thinking that a woman is being put on the street. And so this two pens and this ain't right. She has no response for that. So now I want you to get this out of
She's not an attorney. She shouldn't have a response.
Get this out of my mouth. I was on the phone with Kobe Chapman. I was on the phone with the Cook County State's Attorney's Office. I was on the phone with the city of Harvey. I was on the phone with